I would never say this, man. And I thought I wouldn't even make this video. But again, Sophie Rain is back at it again. She can't get away with what she did this time. And honestly, you just gotta see it yourself, bro. Cause this is gonna shock y'all.
So over the past few months, Sophie Rain and Piper Raquel have become the pinnacle of degeneracy on TikTok. For those who don't know, they post videos all across the platform doing dances and promoting their adult content on OF, despite obviously having an audience of mainly children. And while I'm not trying to hate or make fun of them,
Yo, my boy got a fresh cut. Oh, if you know me, you know it's not the first time watching him. My boy went got a fresh cut, bro. Ain't gonna lie, you look like Minecraft. Hey, you look like Minecraft. Ain't gonna lie, but oh shit, I almost got banned, bro. I was about to say the N-word. My fault. I respect everyone. I love you all. Let me just say, hey, you know we gotta type, bro. I'm sorry. I can't even spell. Fresh. I can't even write. Oh my god. Here we go. Fresh cut. Let's go. We send it to him. Let me just see some of the comments. Minecraft, oh my days, I just said that, bro. Yes, it is, bro. But again, it's a fresh, clean cut angle cut.
in this or any of my videos, I do think it is valid for me and other YouTubers to criticize them. They've proven numerous times that as long as they're making money from posting adult content, they don't care if it's also being pushed to kids who shouldn't be viewing it. Not only that, but it is literally illegal for them to view, which obviously makes it 10 times worse. And when they're not trying to defend themselves from these specific allegations, they try to convince everyone that their job is extremely hard and takes a major toll on them mentally, which I do believe is a possible reality, but is also something that you sign up for when going into an evil industry like OF. Now, the other day, Piper and Sophie would go on a podcast by TMZ to answer a few questions, mainly revolving around these struggles and stigmas that come from having an OF.
I know a lot of people, like younger people our age, like 100% support OnlyFans. Like, we love seeing women do whatever they want, whenever they want, make money how they want. Like, you're hot. Like, why?
Alright, look, even if you support it, you can't support the idea that they're pushing it to kids, right? Under 18, you're pushing it to under 18. Let's be honest, who here watches TikTok except teenagers that are under 18 who are lazy? Like, come on. People have jobs. Promote it somewhere else, bro. Facebook at this point.
Why wouldn't you capitalize on that? I was wondering, do you feel like OnlyFans models, influencers are being treated more as like entrepreneurs, like business women, or do you still feel like there's that stigma of like kind of like influencery?
There's definitely still a stigma there for sure, just because I think it's a lot of misunderstanding of the community.
Now, if the misunderstanding she's talking about is the Bop House, then I really don't know what to tell her. Sophie Rain and the rest of those girls have literally capitalized on the fact that there is a stigma around their name. They rage bait as many people as they can all over the internet all the time to try to make even more money. Yet they're constantly playing the victim, talking about how much the internet hates them and how their mental health is absolutely destroyed from the amount of hate they get. It's an insane amount of hypocrisy that their fan bases just seem to look over. When Sophie constantly talks about the millions of dollars she makes on the internet, it's not to be the bigger person and say that she has nothing to hide from her fans. It is literally to flex to her audience, but not just that, to also show other girls how much money you can make from OF to ultimately get even more people in the industry. All of that allegedly, of course. I'm not trying to get into a lawsuit, but you get my point. And that would just be further proven by them continuing to go on promoting OF as a legitimate career path even on this podcast.
Only was originally a gym influencer site. It wasn't even meant for adult content, and it's just, that's the great thing about Only, is you can do anything on that site. So I think that as soon as people hear the word Only, they automatically assume, because they like to put women in a box, it's a stigma, but that's not the case at all, and it's just a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
And I think that we are entrepreneurs, we run businesses, we have so much going on behind the scenes, and we are real people that people just don't understand. And that's,
Your guys are businesses. I have a good business for both of y'all. I'm telling you, some creeps over here, especially Sophie Rain, because she made over 100 million last year. That's more than an NBA player, by the way, just to be honest with you. I'm not even kidding at this point. If Sophie Rain just does a small business, or not even a small, like just a general business, where she sells her own piss in a jar, I swear, I'm not even kidding, she might actually make millions out of it because of how many creeps out there, bro. You can, as she said, you could do whatever you want, but piss in a jar and sell it. You're making money, bro. I don't know why it came up to me like that.
Such a great thing now today because we can make money doing this.
Yeah, I mean, definitely people don't understand, but I get where they're coming from too. Like, I do really understand, and sometimes I do. I don't like to tell people necessarily what I do. In a way, not that I'm not proud of it, but like when I'm just talking to a random person, I'm gonna be like, "Yep, I do OnlyFans." Like, you know what I mean? But I think it's a great. I think that my whole I'm just using it as I can. I think it's like one of the best things that someone could do right now. And
Whoa, wait, what did she say?
I think it's like one of the best things that someone could do right now.
So she's saying that she thinks OnlyFans is one of the best things that you can do right now. I mean, to me, that seems kind of crazy. Once again, allegedly, it seems like she's trying to get even more people to start doing OF. I don't know, this entire business that Sophie Rain, the Bop House, and all of these girls have essentially built just seems so fucking shady, it's insane. And I'm not trying to say that they're doing something to try to recruit even more girls and guys to do this type of stuff, but it does seem like a very, very real possibility, especially based on the type of stuff they say in these podcasts, and the fact that, like we've stated numerous times, they show their revenue all the time, just showing how much you can make from the platform. One way or another, indoctrinating more people into thinking they should try doing this platform. Like, I guarantee you a couple people saw this podcast, and especially saw the videos of Sophie Rain flexing her revenue, and decided to give it a try, which is just absolutely disgusting. Imagine being the reason someone decides to throw away their life and do OF. And knowing that, things would only continue to get worse on this podcast, as then they would talk about the actual hardships of having an OF.
And you got to have a certain kind of thick skin to be able to do this. It's not for everybody. And I constantly remind everyone that you're not going to make, I mean, if you get lucky, you might make like 45 million in a year, like this lovely lady, or even was it less than that in like a year? Remember?
I've
She
lost
doesn't
count at
even
this
know.
point.
She
Well,
just
I'm
is
so
like
jealous of that
she's
problem.
like, whoa. But like, I'm just trying to
I
say, like,
love
you
that.
can't make $1 million an hour just like starting an OnlyFans real quick. You know what I mean? This was very much a lot of preparation, a lot of thinking about like, you gotta be strategic with what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, we have to remember how crazy of a businesswoman Sophie Rain is. And I mean, I want to bring it up once again. I do think that all of these women are definitely businesswomen.
Does she take the 100 million for herself, or does she have like a manager team? Like, the lighting crew, the camera crew, her OF manager as well. Like, there's no way you're just woke up, get a phone, and then you just record yourself or take pics of yourself and sell it. You know what I mean? Like, obviously you have a crew somehow. Do you pay them too?
Like, if you're able to generate $45 million in a single year, I'm not gonna deny that fact, and I don't think anybody is. You definitely did a lot of work to get to where you are. However, I'm more so talking about how you make your money. Because instead of doing a normal business route and actually building, a respectable career for yourself, even doing content in other ways, like just doing TikTok, making a podcast, doing YouTube, or even streaming or something like that, you decide to go into one of the most evil and corrupt business methods of all time, the adult industry. And then you continue to talk about all of the negatives and basically beg for sympathy all over social media. I mean, I get why they do it, because to an extent it works. They get more people talking about them and an even bigger group of support people, but like, what is it all for in the end?
Are there any like crazy rumors that like people have started about you, like because of the kind of work you do, that are just like so not true, like BS? Like, you
I've
just
had
wanna
lots
shut it
of
down?
pregnancy rumors. Lots of pregnancy rumors.
And I believe, are you advertise as a virgin?
I'm a virgin, yes. So
And you
I
are a virgin.
I would be the Virgin Mary if I was pregnant.
Ah, yeah, guys, she's 100% a fucking virgin. We all know she's gonna drag that until she dies. And guys, I'm not.
I know F that's a virgin. Yeah, I remember she did say something like that, but on God, if anyone believes this shit, go get some help, man. You're mental.
Saying that she's lying. I'm not saying that she isn't a virgin, even though, let's be honest, she probably isn't. I'm just saying that her still trying to portray this persona as a virgin online and someone that does adult content is kind of fucking weird. And it's even more weird for the people that buy it. My daughter is 15 and Piper Raquel looks the same age as her. It's fucked up that people are subscribing to adult content for her. I 100% fucking agree with this. Why does it sound like they're trying to get more kids to create accounts on OF? Like, promoting the box they don't want to be in. That is literally what I've been saying this entire time. And it's so blatantly clear that directly or indirectly, they're promoting this to kids, trying to make it seem like a normal career path, even though it is a genuinely, inherently evil career. And for anyone who tries to deny that, I don't even know what to say.
So your YouTube got demonetized, which
Yes.
was tragic. Do you think you would be doing OF today if that hadn't got demonetized?
That's a great question. I really have no clue what I would be doing. I feel like if I never got demonetized on YouTube, I would definitely be in a different place.
Yeah,
a
because
different,
you're so
like,
great at YouTube. I feel like you would have just done that.
Well, it does make me.
The fact that she started when she was a young age and she got monetized at like such a young age. She got demonetized after doing this shit. Sad world, bruh. Oh, I feel bad, man.
Pretty sad, that I have a YouTube account that's just sitting there doing nothing.
That's
You know what
such
I
a
mean?
waste.
So it makes me feel really upset about that whole entire situation. But also, like, if I think about it, like, as an 18-year-old, I don't know how I would have kept myself relevant on YouTube. Like, I don't know if people would have cared. You know what I mean? Because it was
Yeah.
very much kid content. And like, as I become an adult, I want to become an adult. I don't want to be making slime videos necessarily, or kid content. You know what I mean? And then. Yeah, I completely switched that whole entire thing because, of course, I don't make kid content. But yeah, it's a great question. It's kind of like a what if moment. I think that
Yeah.
either way, I would still be alive and still, but I feel like I probably wouldn't be the person that I am today. I feel like that whole entire moment of my life of just like years of just going through it has made me the person that I am today.
It almost seems like a blessing in disguise to me because look at where you are
Absolutely.
now and you're so successful. And I feel like that just sort of
This man is a gooner. I'm telling you that. The fuck do you mean? Wait, we have to sit now to talk. This motherfucker said it's a blessing moment. This guy's a gooner. I'm telling you, this man over here, he a gooner, bruh. What do you mean? Why you mean it's a blessing moment? So you did want her to start OF. Fucking weirdo, bro. I'm telling you, he's gonna buy the jar, bro. Trust me.
built you up. It made you like more of the Piper Raquel you are.
Yeah, if like a year ago you told, because like I remember a year ago today, like I'm constantly looking at like TikToks from a year ago today, and it's like, frick, it was the worst time of my whole entire life. But if I could just be like, hey girl, chill, it's gonna be okay. Next year, you're gonna be balling. Just chill.
Now, to me, it really is sad because obviously Piper was in a very, very bad and dark time in her life. Now, I never watched Piper Raquel's content, but apparently her YouTube channel got demonetized and she started making literally no money at all. Like, the only money she was apparently making was from TikTok, and that's supposedly why she decided to go to OF. Which, to her defense, she definitely did use her prior fame to, make a ton of money, but did she do that in a way that's justified? I genuinely don't know. I feel like that's mainly just up to the person. For me, I would say doing adult content like OF is definitely never justified. That's just my personal opinion. You can have your own opinion, but I'm really curious to hear all of you guys' thoughts, so make sure you guys drop a comment down below on your thoughts on the situation and everything like that.
Yo, Janky, with all respect, your flipping frames is making my own frames shit, bro. I don't think viewers may watch this shit. But anyways, I'm sorry about it if you guys see any lag or shit, but believe me, bro, my PC is gonna fix, bro. As soon as I get the PC, we're starting a gaming channel, but we're doing a gaming reaction. Every type of content in this, bro. I might even stream at this point. I hope you guys did enjoy that video. Tell me what you guys think of that stupid situation. Honestly, just go kill yourself, both of y'all, bro. At this point, dumb business that you guys on. Stay blessed. Have a fantastic day. See you guys on the next one. Peace out, bro.